What? Machine Bancho looks weird. What the? Thunder?
Whoa! No! Is that an earthquake?
Just what exactly is going on? Coming from north-northwest. Powerful incoming body response confirmed. Hey, this is... foot?
Steps?
Yeah. That's right. These footsteps are...
It's him!
He's coming!
He's here!
It couldn't be anyone else. Kongo Bancho! Number 2 is the diamond delinquent known as Kongo Bancho, or Akira Kongo from Kongo Bancho. Again, this is a manga-only character, but Kongo Bancho seriously needs an anime adaptation. From Nakaba Suzuki, the creator of the 7 Deadly Sins, brings forth the manly manga about delinquent leaders known as Bancho. Akira Kongo is a high schooler whose goal is to stop the Dark Student Council's conquest of Japan, who are led by his manly, gigantic father and his evil, manly, older brother. Fucking manly! But before he faces them, Kongo Bancho battles against other Banchos such as an android Bancho, a super robot Bancho, a Bishonen Bancho, a hot-blooded Bancho, a Moe Bancho, a womanly Bancho, and a Chojin Bancho? But even a manly cow that eats bears! That's very manly. While outrageous strength certainly plays a part in Kongo Bancho's high ranking, my decisions are set in his characterization. Akira Kongo has everything in my criteria, and everything he says and does is just manly. From the beginning of the series, the first manly thing he does is save a teacher's life, who beforehand was being disrespectful to Kongo. Yet Akira saves him, because that teacher had a family, leaving him to feel embarrassed for his earlier misbehavior. But as the series kept going, Kongo keeps impressing me, whether he's being chivalrous to women, fighting with honor, carries a tradition of 80s shonen, ambitious when making the perfect pudding, he's respectful towards men, bears a rivalry with his brother, sheds manly tears for his family, and of course his manly friendship with his fellow Banchos, with quotes such as, "Put your feelings into this fist." Manly! Kongo Bancho is so manly that he has a manly power-up called Violence Mode! He gets bigger! I don't know about you guys, but doesn't Luffy's Gear 4th look similar to Violence Mode? Also, the best part of this mode is the attack, which I can't help but think of a Hokuto Hyakuretsuken. In terms of lineage, almighty strength runs in the Kongo family since the dawn of time. For the Kongo, dinosaurs were their pets. The Kongo are not human, but are separate species who shook the world during every major war, making them a very manly family of fiction. Yet, here's another surprising development. Akira's final battle with his brother Takeshi Kongo is the most preposterous yet badass manly fight I ever witnessed. The reason why he's reached number 2 is mostly due for existing in this time period. Imagine the era of the 2000s where manly shonen have disappeared. Japan's society is filled with neets, otakus, hikokomoris, and people don't stand up for themselves, letting their aggressors abuse them with their money and status. Then comes along this hero named Kongo Bancho, who saves the oppressed and punishes the wicked, bearing traits from the past. Many characters describe Kongo as someone from an age long forgotten, often questioning his noble intentions and the ridiculous testosterone, with lines such as, "There's not many guys like you nowadays." Somewhat like satire, Kongo Bancho feels like a character who was born in the wrong era, due to many people staring in amazement of his size. To me, Kongo Bancho represents how manly characters can work in any time period. especially when Kongo solves the problems of the modern age. Chapter 19 of the series features Kongo Bancho helping a hikikomori step outside and get a job. Meanwhile, another social commentary is Chapter 90, where Kongo visits Akihabara, a town where a lot of unmanly things exist, and I just love how Kongo reacts to everything, expressing what's wrong with today's society.
Women shouldn't be so shameless!
Sister Yuda from Love Sister saw Moe.
Moe? If you're mad, then act like it!
In comparison to our previous characters, Kongo Bancho is a breath of fresh air for being part of modern society. Kongo Bancho is a revival of manly characters for his debut in Weekly Shonen Sunday in 2007, and concluded in 2010. Currently, the only manly series that are still running are Weiabaki, Toriko, Berserk, Kinnikuman, and Gogo 13, but even he's heading towards retirement, emphasizing the lack of testosterone. But if you were to look at manly series as a whole, Kongo Bancho and Toriko were the last successful manly manga that popped out in the past decade. Yet for some unknown reason, Kongo Bancho never got an anime. Yet the author's unfinished work did. With the recent Toriko and JoJo anime, now's a good time for several manly series to either get rebooted or finally receive an anime adaptation, and Kongo Bancho is no exception. Akira Kongo truly is the representative of manly anime, inspiring others to look at the past and experience what it means to be manly. Toriko has the manly look but hasn't changed much, even with the past few months since I originally made part 2 of the list. If anything, Toriko has just gotten more bizarre and its manliness hasn't really moved me. Akira Kongo, on the other hand, is appropriate to be called a modern manly hero. He's a package deal for bearing all the tropes needed for a manly character. Even when compared to older characters, Kongo is still top tier. He did experience tragedy with the loss of his mom, and he battles his brother Takeshi, leading to manly tears. Akira Kongo is willing to sacrifice himself, but also encourages others to fight against tyranny. Kongo Bancho goes against all logic, proving that manliness is the ultimate power, and maybe saying that everything can be solved by being masculine. Yes, he's very powerful, but that's not why he made number 2. Kongo is at number 2 because he embodies everything that made the 80s awesome. There's so many pages that easily portray manliness with a single panel, and to accomplish this with visuals alone is impressive. Kongo Bancho is a dedicated love letter to manly shonen doing manly things properly.